So we see Bridget Patterson there. We've just seen her stats on screen. Tick under 300 runs across this season. High score of 152, and no doubt hoping to back that up today. But we're ready for our first ball of today's clash. And looks like we might have to try that one again. Umpire Deval Bat will get the helicopter out nice and early.
Beautiful shot to start off the account there for Bridget Patterson, just pushing at one and flying through to the boundary. Batting superbly.
Fuller driven, a strength of DeBrose, give her width. And she's going to put that away, her first boundary.
She's got great hands, Emma DeBro, as you said, give her a little bit of width then with the field up.
Nicely driven. Oh, slight misfield in cover.
Yeah, there's
bit
no
of a gift
chasing that
there
down
for Bridget Patterson. Doesn't need an invitation twice. That'll be her second boundary for the day. Another short one. Pulled just out of reach of that fielder. Short backward square. It's going to be another boundary.
If Laura Harris hung on to that, that would have been an absolute screamer. As that short ball was an outstanding ball, probably going for a wide as Emma DeBrose got inside of that one, and it's well up and over her helmet and jumping down on the knee and sweeping. She's gone again. Emma DeBrose set just a fraction deeper in the crease there. Another short one from Ginger.
Charlie Knott.
Yeah, it's become iconic, hasn't it?
Yeah.
And that one racing to the boundary, in fact, for 4 runs. Emma DeBro looking to play a drive, and it's called the outside edge in Tasmania next weekend. Excellent use of feet there, punch through in the mid-off region. Beautiful boundary from Bridget Patterson.
Against the same team.
And over the top there from Bridget Patterson, another excellent shot. That was an excellent innings. Busby's top scored too. That one, a full toss is worked around, and a fantastic effort on the boundary, but not quite enough to keep it in play. Nicola Hancock. It is a tough learning curve, and that's a catch. A caught and bowled there, Grace Parsons. You're talking about, you know, you're singing her praise there, Lily, and she's picked up. Coming very wide off the crease.
Yeah, might have just been going on with the angle there.
Definitely worth a shout, but too short there. Swept, very fine. Borders between a paddle and a sweep. Both of us hid in her cricket bag once and made her. That's a really nice shot from DeBro. Strong through the offside. Too much width for Emma DeBro. That is typical. Karen, oh, catch that! Whoa, what a fantastic!
Oh, taken!
Got it! Incredible. She had 2 bites of the cherry. First initial attempt was sensational.
I think we've said everything to say about Karen Rolton. I think we've dished the dirt. Shorter ball, pulled out. Oh, misfield. Well, we're singing her praises.
Coming to the fold.
You put your hand up there, Beep. This one's beautifully driven, square of the wicket. Josie Dawley, it's an absolute carpet here at Karen Rolton Oval. It's going to run away.
Sort of mid to late 2000s. You probably played yours somewhat earlier, as that's nicely worked off the hip to grow women's cricket in our state. And that's a shout for caught behind. An excellent delivery from Sipple, who's back into the attack, and she's picked up. But right now we're in with it's a catching opportunity to Laura Harris. A very, very simple catch, and she cannot believe what she's just done there. Maddie Penner, an incredibly soft dismiss.
Hit the railway line. You know, she's so strong, but unfortunately, probably just like that. Annie's leant back, up and over.
That's a really excellent stroke there from Annie O'Neill. Perfect timing. Comes down the wicket, catching opportunity, and a very simple catch taken. So Lauren Ebsery touched on it the over before about Annie O'Neill loving to free her arms, but she wasn't able to plant that front foot and swing through. That played into her mind, and that is absolutely smashed through mid-wicket. A full tossed, loose delivery, clearly not where Grace Parsons wanted that to go, and dispatched. She bowls quite wide of the crease, as that one should go to the boundary, and does so.
Yeah, like you said, she's doing really well to keep a hold of this.
Let's drop that one a little bit too short there. Johnston.
Relatively soon after one another.
Paul catching chance, well taken! An absolute specky at mid-wicket. And just as we're talking about the need to consolidate partnerships and get through this over to the drinks break, about the majority of these remaining overs, last two recognised players, particularly Courtney Webb on strike. And that's what Courtney Webb can do. Smacks it away. It can be a diving effort, but no way to stop that rattling into the fence. Exactly for that.
Amanda Wellington special.
It's going to tease three fielders to the rope, but it beats them all. Probably, I have to say, one of the unique players. We nearly saw an instance of it there. She bats out of her crease even to the spinners, so...
Oh, that used to do my head in. Leg spinner to leg spinner.
Oh, no. There is the dismissal. Wello's going to play her game. Could almost see it happening in slow motion. Rocked back to cut. That was that fielder that came in last over in a catching deepish gully position, and it's gone straight to it.
I think if me with my shirt tied up was playing against you back in 2018 would say that I'd be here with you now. Wouldn't believe you.
As Webby is lent back, and again, this one's a straight pull. If there's such a thing.
How she probably would have preferred, even though her stats do say otherwise, but...
As that short ball has been swallowed. So great plan there by Sipple. She pushed that deep fielder back. You know, whether that be your first. Oh, and that was just snuck through the two fielders at point there. Backward point, so it was in the air, it was catching height with Webby. Luck's on her side. As we watch this replay, she's rocked back, but again, that continuous lift off the wicket in this batting innings. Another great knock, and this one might get through. Yes, it does. Very good over here so far by the Scorps, just picking off these couple of four balls.
Is it potentially a great shot from Webby? Just used the pace of the delivery there from Sipple and was lapped that. That's an excellent shot. There's no fielder there. Drops down onto the back knee, getting as much of this over as possible. Great shot from Courtney Webb as she guides that through the fielder at gully and at backward point. Entered the fold and just picked up wickets willy-nilly, and that's gone over the top. So that should, maybe it's plugged. Then hopefully we'll come back for two. Oh, it's a boundary. So perfect outcome there for the Scorpions.
And she kind of just smacked it up. It still managed to land in between two fielders.
And that could go straight to Laura Harris. So an excellent fielding change there from the bowler herself, actually. She put the captain in that position.
Before that,
there's a catch, and that is the end of the South Australian innings. Courtney Webb there trying to lap it over the top of keeper, but
Tactical play. And straight through the covers. Thanks for coming. Courtney Sipple has laced that one through there. Through sheer hard work. Hey! Ball two. Straight through Courtney Sipple. And the girls get around her. Hey! That was an absolute jaffer. Oh, you That one seems to be an even better ball than the one before. Unfortunately, Hinkley has had to go. Here we go. Runs. That one's defended down in between the gully, and it might even race for four.
happening over in South Africa, and following that, that's a pull shot played off the front foot, completely mistimed, and Isu Mushangwe with a very, very simple catch. The quicks are, and that's a really, really nicely timed shot from Laura Harris, just using the pace of Ella Wilson. Absolutely smoked in Seal cricket, but what I've seen of him, and that's again too much width from Ella Wilson. She's getting her line, she's wrestling back, and clever cricket there. She uses the pace of the Wellington delivery, full ball that will race away for the boundary, bowling too straight. And if anything, I mean, that's going to go to the boundary as well. So as a result of Laura Harris hitting straight down the ground, and I was just going to say, if she gets any width or...
That is a slog
bullet.
that has come off. That's nearly gone all the way over the fence as well. A couple bounce. Upish, big shot. Could go all the way. Does go all the way.
And
Upish.
this should be a catching opportunity. Barsby's camped underneath it, and she takes the catch and is pumped about it. The double fist pump. Kate Peterson removes a very, very dangerous Laura Harris.
Nicely driven through the covers. There's only a little bit upish, but no real chance for Fielder getting near that.
Festival of Arts, Fringe Festival. That's nicely played off the hip there from Ellie Johnston.
This one's upishly lifted through the leg side. It's a good glance in the end. Bridget Patterson's just going to have to score that one. Beautifully driven, beats cover. It was a valiant dive. Inside, foot race on.
And that is a very handy boundary. Hey!
And there we have it.
Slower ball from Jem.
I could feel that coming. International setup.
As that one's just been hit up and over the covers for 4. And there it is, Mishangwe. Great hands, good read of the play. I could see she was on the move already.
Oh, and
that one must have been close.
played with very soft hands as it's hit the outside edge of the new batter, but it goes all the way to the bound. She's got a cow corner out, and this is hit straight down the ground beautifully by Johnston.
And that is a beautiful
Great shot. It's one
One bounce
bounce.
four?
Yeah, 1 bounce 4.
Just.
Sorry, both the batters have come back up, but this has gone over the top of the head, and you won't mind that. I mean, that's a good shot there.
Willow maybe just trying to keep a few tricks up the sleeve. Don't want to let the full tool check
Another
out.
excellent shot for 6. So there's a maximum for Nicola Hancock. Aside from all around the world, generally from Associate Nations, where you get some shout of throwing out the bolts.
Oh, what a hit!
That should be out. What an absolute ripper! That's Brooke Harris. She was at Courtney Webb, I think.
Courtney
actually.
Webb.
Courtney Webb is giving out caps, and that should be caught. That is going to hand.
The big 5, they swamp her, and rightly so. She started with poles, she finishes with the last one.